My name's Lynn and I'm a photographer. The highlight of my career is doing my first photo shoot in a gig with Lionel Richie. If you're at a gig or a concert, the main thing is to be wearing black. And you're pretty much in the shadows anyway, but there's sometimes when the spot comes down on you, you try not to be too visual, and you certainly have to be aware of the people behind you who have paid for their seats. Usually you're running in front of the pit area, or to the side, and sometimes down the alleyways of the seats. If you're in dark clothing, that does help. It's just trying to blend in with the dark parts of a show. A good photograph is something pretty clear with a story. Regardless of what you're actually taking, you need to make sure that you have the subject clear. I learnt that you concentrate so hard you don't realise you're there and you're trying to capture that particular moment. You're taking loads and loads of photographs and you will never use all that you take. And one thing I have learnt from that very first one is that you get really selective in what you're taking. You don't have to take 500 pictures, rolling them all off. You think, right, okay, and you get used to the sequence of the music and the lights. And otherwise you get lots of black, dark shots, which then end up being quite noisy because there are no flash allowed in the pit. So you have to work with what you've got in front of you. Sometimes it's great and there's lots of white light and you can just go away with hardly any noise on your photographs at all. Every photographer can see the subject in front of them, but everybody takes a different photograph. There's a lady called Christy Goodwin who is quite up there with her photography. She works for the Royal Albert Hall in London. With her, she's very lucky. She's very well known, and she can do a lot of high-profile acts and bands and singers, and her work is totally different to everybody else's. It's just something that it's very, very, it's amazing. She has an eye, and that's what you have to have, an eye. To take a picture, you have to have an eye. You know, we can all put our phones up and yeah, that's great, and then you see somebody who's actually done it with the proper photography, with their cameras and their lenses, and it completely blows a photo out of the camera away. Yes, I think you have to have a certain amount of creativity. But also you don't actually, if you do a bit of research on the band or the artist that you're going to be shooting, then you tend to get an idea of where they're going to be and what they do on stage. So you can either try and show that to your best abilities, or you can go in quite cold. Sometimes I don't know who the bands are, what they're going to do. A lot of rock bands have a lot of hair. So they're flicking their hair everywhere, and every single one of those particular photographs is different. So I try and get movement. If I can't get movement, then I try with the lights, and I try and get something a little bit different with the lighting. So you have to work with what's in front of you.